as part of your growth journey and your soul elevating, there are going to be times in your life that you are going to be called to do something that you really don't want to do. But that thing that you're being called to do is what is going to elevate your soul to the next level. Everything in you is going to want you to not do it because it's going to appear too large, too scary. You're not going to want to do this thing. It will be one of the hardest things of your life. But in order for you to truly grow, in order for you to not be burdened by the thing, in order for you to move forward in your life and live free, you must do the thing. And it could be letting a situation go, letting a person go, letting a place where you live go. It could be cutting certain vices, right? It could be having specific conversations. It could be so many things that surround you being very afraid to do the thing and it being one of the most difficult decisions of your life. And this year, that experience occurred for me. I was gifted with that experience. And it was really a difficult one. I made the choice to speak up about harm that someone I loved was doing against women. And please understand this. I loved this man. I did not love what he was doing. And I spoke up and told his mother several times and also checked him. And what triggered me doing this is not only my love of women, not only me being a survivor of domestic violence and SA, not only me being a woman in general, but also one of his family members had called me and threatened to put this man in jail, and I talked him down, told him not to do it. And I also was like, Spirit, why is this happening all of a sudden? Because you need to say something to his mother. And I did. And I also checked him because it wasn't right. And I could have called the feds on him. I could have publicly outed him. I had the receipts. And the thing about our devices, even if you think that you delete certain hard drives, there's ways to recoup everything. So I knew that me coming out, if I would have said something and gone that way, they would have found him out, but I didn't do it. I handled it internally because it was the right thing to do. And I prayed that somewhere in his soul, that his light was like, you know what? Mel is right. That sister's right. This shit is grimy. And I did it. I said something because I also wanted him to heal, because I knew he was destined for greatness. And he looked at it as an attack. And I know I went through the smear campaign and that I was the topic of group texts, and his supporters were giving him advice on how to legally address me. And they were using Chat GPT and sending me cease and desist letters. I went through it all, and I knew what I was saying was the truth. And he still chose to threaten to silence my voice. And I still stood by it. Because I was once a child that was silenced. I lived through a domestic violence riddled marriage, and I didn't speak up. I never pressed charges. And there was never any justice in that regard, in that other than like, well, I'm not like him. And I am raising our daughter on my own and she's thriving. But I was silent. And there's been other areas of my life that I've been silent. And God was like, no, silent no more. I've called you to speak. And this was the ultimate test. And when I spoke it in love and in truth. And I knew everything that it would come with. And I signed up for it, because ultimately I stand for love. And I truly just wanted this brother to get healing and him to stop. And God was like, can you be trusted with that type of trouble? And ever since I spoke up, my life has felt less burdensome, even though I know that this man will hate me forever. But I hope that it inspired his demons to stop doing what they were doing, because it wasn't right at all. Any of what he was doing at all. And if I had to be the one to speak on it, so be it. It freed me. So I say to you, hey, listen, if God is calling you to do something difficult and it doesn't do the thing, do it. This is your confirmation. It's going to be one of the most difficult things in your life. But if it's for the greater good and the love, then yes. I'm not talking about hurting anyone or anything outside of that. I'm talking about our healing and our ascension. Do it. I love you.